Hey everybody, welcome back to my coverage of the PogChamps 3 tournament. This is the third Consolation quarterfinals match, Tubbo versus CodeMiko. Tubbo is the favorite. He's leading 1-0 if you missed the first game. Check it in the info card up there. Come back and watch this video. But yes, CodeMiko needs to win this game in order to avoid elimination. She hasn't won a game this tournament so far, but can she do it now? That is the question. Let's find out. We have e4 and e5, bishop c4 from CodeMiko and knight to f6, both very good starts. And now we have queen h5 from CodeMiko, going for this queen takes f7 checkmate threat, but she missed this knight h5. This knight defends this h5, and Tubbo saw this almost immediately, and he took a little bit of time here to. He was deciding whether he should really take this queen because he felt bad for CodeMiko. He didn't want the game to be over so quickly. But he ended up taking this queen, which is the right decision. And so Tubbo is up a queen. Let's see if CodeMiko can win this game without a queen. Let's find out. We have g4 from CodeMiko hitting that knight, but now you create this nice hole on f4 that black can use, and Tubbo does use it. He plays knight to f4. We have knight to f3 from CodeMiko and bishop c5 from Tubbo. Here, you should just defend this e-pawn. You don't want to hang this pawn for no reason. But, I mean, you're up a queen, so you can do anything. Here we have bishop c5 from Tubbo, and CodeMiko does take this pawn, now also threatening a fork on f7. And, you know, the more material CodeMiko takes, the closer she gets to getting back into this game. Luckily, Tubbo defends by castling, so now, I mean, you can go for this trade where you get two minor pieces for a rook and a pawn, but that's probably not going to be worth it. So instead, CodeMiko plays this really nice move, which is d4, and this attacks the bishop and also is a discovered attack on the knight. So it looks like CodeMiko is going to be winning a piece here. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually work because after bishop takes d4, which Tubbo played, if you play bishop takes f4 here, now you hang your b pawn and also your rook is trapped. So you would actually lose material here as white. So yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work. But CodeMiko does not take this knight on f4. Instead, now her knight is attacked, so she goes for this trade on f7 where she trades two minor pieces for the rook, which is usually not good, and also you want to be avoiding trades when you're down in material. But we have knight takes f7, rook takes f7, bishop takes f7, and king takes f7. And now we have bishop takes f4 from CodeMiko. So once again, this hangs the b2 pawn and the rook will be lost. But Tubbo doesn't actually go for this. He goes for the immediate queen to h4, now threatening tricks on f2. But this isn't actually the best move because white can block this threat with bishop to g3. I mean, it is a good try. I don't think white has a way of defending both the f and the g pawns. I mean, it is a good move. Anything here wins as black, but there was this bishop takes b2. I think it would have been the cleanest. We do have castles from Miko, and this does hang the g-pawn, which Tubbo happily picks up with queen takes g4, now also hitting the bishop. So Miko has to play bishop g3, which she does, and now we have bishop e5 from Tubbo, going for that trade as he is up in material. We have knight c3 from CodeMiko, now bringing out that knight and defending his b-pawn, and now d6 from Tubbo. Preparing to develop his light squared bishop. We have rook a to e1 and bishop d7, knight to d5, and knight to a6, now defending this c7 pawn that CodeMiko was attacking. And CodeMiko, unfortunately, takes this pawn anyway. Excuse me. She takes this pawn anyway with knight takes c7. I think she may have just missed that this knight was defending this c7 square. So Tubbo definitely takes this. He plays knight takes c7 and gains another piece onto his lead. We have f3 from CodeMiko and queen to h3 from Tubbo. f4 from CodeMiko, now attacking this bishop. And here is Tubbo, you can play bishop d4, you can play bishop takes b2. Either move works, but here Tubbo played a really weird move, which is bishop takes f4, and this just hangs a piece. You can just play rook takes f4. Not sure exactly what Tubbo was thinking here, but yeah, this simply hangs a piece, which CodeMiko takes with bishop takes f4, and now we have bishop g4 from Tubbo, which is another mistake because here after this bishop takes f4, now you're threatening discoveries with this bishop. So For example, right now the threat is bishop takes d6, and the bishop is attacking the hanging knight, and it's check on the king. So bishop g4 does not do anything to stop this threat, and CodeMiko actually goes for this. She plays bishop takes d6, and this is check on the king, and there's no way to save both the king and the knight. So we have king to g8 from Tubbo and bishop takes c7, and now CodeMiko is actually only down a rook for a queen. The unfortunate part is her king safety is just way too bad. Her king is way too exposed. So she probably still won't be able to win this game, but she recovered a lot of material, so congrats to her on that. We have rook to f8 from Tubbo and bishop to f4 now. Bishop to f3 from CodeMiko, now threatening this checkmate, so you have to do something here. You can play king f2 is a good try, or just sack the rook for the bishop. But instead we have rook to e3, pinning this bishop to the queen, and now there's a double attack. You also hang your bishop on f4, but even worse is you hang this mate on g2, which Tubbo goes ahead and plays, and this is checkmate. So Tubbo checkmates CodeMiko in 23 moves. Really unfortunate that CodeMiko hung her queen on move 3 there, but yeah, once again, CodeMiko was sick during this match, so that could have something to do with how well she played, and that's just unfortunate. But I hope CodeMiko enjoyed playing chess, and I hope she continues to play chess. She may have been one of the most improved competitors in this tournament, but now she is eliminated. Tubbo will move on to the semifinals in the consolation bracket, and here are those standings for you. Pokimane will play the winner of Mr. Beast versus Michelle Kari, and Nico will play Tubbo. And I just want to say I am nothing against CodeMiko, but I'm thankful she didn't win this match, because then it would be Miko versus Nico, and I would not be able to get those names right. I would slip up so many times. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, so good luck to Tubbo in the semifinals. I will be covering that match, and I don't think I have anything else to say. So thank you for watching. Check out my PogChamps 3 playlist up there, and check out another chess video on the left side of the screen. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay subscribed. I'll see you next time.